For this video, you're going to need a box of tissues and a bottle of lotion. Wait, that's the wrong thing. You're just going to need a box of tissues because today we are covering the 8 saddest moments in Red Dead Redemption 2. And with all the great things in this game also come a ton of not so great and very sad things at the same time. And as most of you know, yesterday was the last chance you had to enter in my Red Dead Redemption 2 giveaway. The winners were chosen and announced on my Twitter this morning, and here I am announcing them in a video. So thank you to everybody that made this possible, and thank you to everybody that did enter in the giveaway. Now, if you do happen to make it throughout this whole video without shedding a single tear, well, props to you. Hopefully I earn your thumbs up and your subscription, but don't worry, if you do shed a tear, it's just because I'm chopping up some onions behind the mic here, so it's not because you're crying because you're sad, it's just because of these dang onions. Number 8. This is a strange encounter that takes place at Lake Karen, and it's a hunter looking for his friend Tucker, who has disappeared. And, well, we actually helped this hunter find Tucker, and Tucker's fate, well, he didn't have a good outcome. And it gets even better than that. There's more to the story. Tucker was mauled to death by a bear, and after we tell Tucker's friend Tucker's fate, well, he goes to the spot, he finds Tucker, and he's crying, and he's very sad and upset. It's a sad scene to witness, but that bear came back for round 2 because he was still hungry.
Oh, Jesus!
Number 7. In the mission Archaeology for Beginners, we actually learn a bit about Arthur's past, his backstory, and his history, and well, what's made him into the hardened man that he is today. And quite possibly the saddest thing that we do learn is that Arthur had a very young son at one point who actually passed away, and the events that led to the son and the mother passing away is very unfortunate. Now, Arthur was involved in his kid's life somewhat, but because of his life in the gang, the mother did not want Arthur around. So every few months, Arthur would pay both of them a visit and hang around for a few days. And, well, one day when Arthur went to visit the mother and the son, he saw 2 crosses outside and he knew right away. And it turns out that they were both killed in a home invasion for $10.
You know, I had a son once, years ago. Don't talk about him much.
Oh, what was his name?
Isaac. His mother, Eliza, was a waitress I met.
You were talking about.
When she got pregnant, she knew who I was, what my life was. I didn't want to promise nothing I couldn't keep, but I said I'd do right by them. Every few months, I'd stop by there for a few days. He was such a good kid. She was too, I guess. Just a kid, 19.
What happened?
I got there one day and saw 2 crosses outside. I knew right away. Turned out some bastards had come through. Robbed him. Shot him dead. And offered $10. It hardened me. Feeling that kind of pain. But I know now that you don't get to live a bad life and have good things happen to you.
Number 6. Arthur's tuberculosis diagnosis. This is definitely one of the most sad and crucial turning points in the game, where Arthur is given his fate and his death clock starts ticking.
What's wrong? I mean, what appear to be the symptoms?
Well, I think you've heard them. I'm coughing.
Is there any blood?
Sometimes.
Okay, now here. Breathe. Again. Let me see your tongue. Now say ah.
Ah. What is it?
It's not good news.
Well, I guess that.
You got tuberculosis. I'm really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
Oh, you mean?
You're real sick. It's a progressive disease, and you'll be... Now, the best thing is rest, and getting somewhere warm and dry and taking it easy. Now, is that possible?
Sure, I can just take my winters in my country club in California. No, it's not possible.
Number 5, the death of Hosea in the bank robbery in Saint Denis. And the reason that this is so sad is, one, because Hosea was actually a really cool character. I loved this guy. He was definitely one of my favorite members of the gang, and seeing him die was very sad. But also, this is the first major death of a major character that we do have in Red Dead Redemption 2, so it is quite sad, not only for us playing the game, but also the gang. I mean, when you see their reactions in this mission, everybody is shocked and nobody can believe it, and this is definitely a turning point for not only the game, but for Dutch van der Linde.
You can always cut a deal.
I've given you enough chances.
Come on. No! God damn it!
There's your deal, Dutch.
Hosea. Hosea! God damn it!
Number 4, also in this same mission, we have the death of Lenny, and this is someone that Arthur looked after a lot, and it seems like Arthur almost cared for this man like a son or like a little brother. And really what makes it sad is right when Lenny dies, Arthur stops everything he's doing for a moment just to hold on to Lenny for just a few more seconds.
Josh, we got Lenny. Oh, God damn them! We can't stop now, Arthur, or we're all dead.
Number 3, the secret encounter of Rain's Fall. After you complete Red Dead Redemption 2, if you go to the train station in Annesburg, you're actually going to see Rain's Fall sitting on a bench. And he's going to remember us because we were friends with Arthur Morgan. But what's so sad about this encounter is, well, Rain's Fall came all the way back to Annesburg from Canada because all these years later, after his son Eagle Flies has died, he has still not gotten over it, and he is still in mourning.
Hello? Didn't I meet you a long time ago? I don't know. With Arthur? Arthur Morgan? Oh, yes. My name is Rangefall. And I'm Jim Milton. John Marston. Oh. Is Arthur, He passed away a long time ago. Oh, I'm sorry. He saved my life. He gave his. That doesn't surprise me one bit. And you? I know you had tough times. Well, my people aren't really a tribe. We're just a bunch of families, I suppose. But we're in Canada now. It's, What are you doing here? I don't really know. My son, I suppose. Oh, he fell. I know. I'm sorry. I've got a son. I'm very sorry. Oh, it was a long time ago now. Well, it's good to see you, Mr. Marston. And you.
Number 2, the death of Arthur's horse in the final mission of the main storyline. And what makes this so sad is that, just like Lenny, Arthur forgets everything he's doing for a moment. He doesn't care that he's on the run. He doesn't care that he's getting shot at and could potentially die right here and now. He takes time to be with his dying horse in its final few seconds of life.
Come on, brother. Let's go. Give me a sec. Come on. Push, Arthur. Thank you. Come on, Arthur. Let's go.
Well, what about the money?
Number 1, John and Arthur's final few moments together. What makes this so sad, heartbreaking, and touching at the same time is Arthur realizing that his time is up and using his last few moments of life to help John escape to be with his wife and his kid. That way they don't end up like Arthur with a dead son and his dead son's mother and no chance at a happy life or a happy family. What's also sad is seeing Arthur come to grips with the fact that his time is up and placing his hat on John's head and also giving John his satchel. This also leads to John calling Arthur brother and Arthur saying, I know. Basically putting all of their past behind them with Arthur not liking John for abandoning the game and all that kind of stuff, putting things to end and ending things on a good note.
Yeah. We ain't both gonna make it. Go. Now, I'll hold them off. It would mean a lot to me. Please. There ain't no more time for talk. Go.
Arthur.
Go to your family.
Arthur!
Get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man.
You're my brother.
I know. I know.
Well, with that said, those are actually 8 of the saddest moments and missions in Red Dead Redemption 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I didn't make you cry. Remember, it's just the onions. It's okay to cry. Sometimes it helps make you feel better. But jokes aside, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully I did earn your thumbs up and your subscription. But with that said, I'm Zach Cox. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video.